T.J. Watt's performance in the early stages of the 2025 season has left some experts scratching their heads, raising a big question. Are the Pittsburgh Steelers truly receiving the level of impact they anticipated from their star pass rusher? Despite Watt's impressive reputation and a decent 2024 campaign that included 11.5 sacks, his start to this season has been unexpectedly quiet, and that's causing concern. But here's where it gets controversial. Watt remains the highest-paid non-quarterback in the Steelers lineup, yet as of now, he hasn't recorded a single sack in 2025. This contrast between pay and production is fueling the debate among analysts and fans alike. Dan Hanzus, a respected voice in football analysis, openly voiced his worries after watching Watt's recent performances, particularly his subdued showing against the New York Jets. On his Heed the Call podcast, Hanzus remarked, "I thought T.J. Watt was largely invisible against the Jets. He made a couple of plays, sure, but it just wasn't the dominant, game-changing presence you expect from a player of his caliber." Then again, in the following game, he remained quiet. It really feels like the Steelers aren't getting what they expected from their defensive cornerstone. Confidence was high as the Steelers faced the Seattle Seahawks, with both Watt and teammate Juan Thornhill publicly stating their belief that the run defense issues would be resolved. Unfortunately, reality didn't match the optimism. The run defense struggled once more as Kenneth Walker III ripped through the Steelers' lines, averaging over 8 yards per carry. A stunning figure that illustrates just how porous that aspect of the defense remains. From a numbers standpoint, Watt's stat line through the first 2 games reflects the quiet start. He's tallied 9 tackles total, with only 2 being tackles for loss, and both of those came exclusively in the opening match against the Jets. Across 106 defensive snaps, not once has he managed to sack a quarterback or even register a meaningful pressure. To put it simply, these are results far below what fans and coaches expect from a player of his profile. That said, it's important to consider the context. The Steelers' defensive front overall has been underperforming, and their struggles deepened when key players Alex Highsmith and Isaiah Loudermilk suffered ankle injuries during the first half of the Seattle game. Watt, therefore, has been facing more attention and blockers, which partly explains the difficulties. His increased focus, however, did help teammates like Jack Sawyer get free, resulting in Sawyer's first career sack, a bright spot in an otherwise frustrating situation. Still, the mounting pressure is undeniable. With Watt's contract pushing him above $40 million annually, expectations for his on-field impact should be sky high. Fans naturally want to see that investment translate into consistent disruption of opposing offenses. But going 2 games without a single pressure is a disappointing beginning that raises legitimate concerns. To be clear, T.J. Watt hasn't been playing poorly in a general sense. His overall effort hasn't slipped. But when the Steelers are locked in tight battles, such as their recent loss, they rely heavily on Watt's ability to swing momentum with decisive, clutch plays, and he hasn't delivered that yet this year. This absence of game-changing moments is what's causing analysts like Hanzus to worry that the team might not be capitalizing fully on its highest-paid defensive star. Here's the part most people miss. Is this just a slow start? Or could Watt's role and effectiveness be evolving in a way that doesn't show up on the stat sheet as clearly? And if the Steelers aren't getting expected production from Watt, how much of that falls on him versus the supporting cast, or even the defensive scheme itself? What do you think? Is the concern about Watt's early season silence justified, or are expectations simply too high? Could this skid be a temporary bump on the road to another dominant season, or is it time to start questioning the value and fit of Watt's role within the Steelers? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, because this debate is only just heating up.